In today's video, I'm going to break down the best run offense in all of college football 25 and how you can use it to beat every defense in the game. So we're going to look at a 3-play run combo from the gun ace slot and the gun ace offset out of the UCF offensive playbook. We're first going to break down the QB power from the gun ace slot, and if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop me a like on the video. This QB power is one of the best runs in the entire game. Now, one of the coolest things about it is you can run it to the left or the right. You can see here we're starting off running to the right, but if you simply flick your right analog stick to the left, now you'll be able to run to the left. I really like this run because you get a pulling guard and you also get the running back out in front of you. So first I'm going to break down how to run this QB power. I'm going to show it against man blitzes, zone, even zone blitzes like crossfire. Then I'm going to break down some of my favorite passing plays from this formation. And finally, once we do that, we're going to break down the audibles I like to run from the gun ace offset to give you another look from this offense. So if you're going up against a cover zero blitz, like for instance here the double mug, you're going to absolutely kill them. I do prefer against cover zero running to the left because you have two receivers and a tight end on that side of the field that will do a great job blocking for you. You can get big gains. Now here, we're able to run it again, and you guys can see we're able to hit the crease for an easy one-play touchdown. We're going to do it one or two more times so you guys can just get a good look at it. And you guys can see this is very consistent for home runs against cover zero. Now, while I still do prefer running it to the left against cover zero, it still works good when you run it to the right against cover zero as well. You guys can see here I'm able to get outside, get around the corner, and have potentially a huge touchdown if not a big gain. Now, don't think this run is just good against cover zero. It's also good against zone. Here, guys, you can see we're in cover 4, and we're easily able to take this to the left. I do prefer running it to the left against most zones as well, just because you have a numbers advantage over there to get more blocking. So we're going to flick the right analog stick to the left. We're able to get those 4 to 5 yard chunks. Cover zero is going to result in more home runs, but even against cover 4 and other zones, you can consistently get 5+ yards, which is going to keep you moving the chains. Here we're able to get about 3. Now, just like running it against man or cover zero, I do feel like this run works better to the left against zone. However, you can still run it to the right, especially if you want to motion a receiver over, because against zone, that will give you a numbers advantage on that side of the field. You can see we're able to get those 4 to 5 yard runs just the same way. This run can even work well against meta defenses like crossfire, different zone blitzes. We're still going to be able to get good yardage. You guys can see here, easy 4 to 5 yards. This blitz is very good generally against the run, but if we run it left or right, you're still able to get those consistent gains. So one of my favorite passing plays in the entire game is posts. Post is a great complement to the QB power run. Post is really good against any sort of defense. I'm going to show you guys how you can run it against both man and zone. So let's start with cover zero. Now in cover zero, you can easily block it by simply just blocking this tight end on the left. It's not really necessary to have the flat against a man blitz anyways, and this will just give you several routes that can beat man. You've got 2 corners, you've got a running back Texas route, and you have a deep post. So let's take a look how the reads look. You guys can see here, really easy corner route. Both corner routes are going to be really good against man coverage. As you guys can see here, they just break open for big plays. Another thing you could consider doing is putting the receiver on a whip route in the slot. So you have the whip, the corner, the post, and the running back Texas. That's going to give you another really quick read against man-to-man coverage blitzes. Now, one important note about this formation is if you're going to pass the ball especially, you want to have the twins receiver, which is the 2 receiver side of the formation on the wide side of the field. Give yourself some more room to work with to the 2 receiver side, especially when you run the QB power that way as well. So since we're closer to the right sideline here, we're closer to the right hash, that means the left side of the field is the wide side. Now another hot route you can make here, especially against zone, is putting the running back on a flat route. If you go ahead and do that, you'll notice that this tight end corner route, especially if you stem it down, but you don't even have to do that, will work really well. A tight end corner and running back flat is a very easy route combo to use because the tight end corner will get underneath deep zones and the running back flat will make the flat play it. I want to break down the runs from the gun ace offset. This is definitely going to be a formation you want to audible to, so make sure you put your jet touch pass and your 0-1 trap in your audibles. Now the QB power is very OP, like I said, but certain times you'll want to go to this formation right here. Now, the 0-1 trap is one of the most consistent running back runs in the game. This 0-1 trap is super effective against really any defense in the game, but especially defenses that are running 3-man lines, such as the 3-3 mitt, as we see here. we're able to just break it right up the middle, get about 9 or 10 yards. Now, anytime you see the defensive line more spread out or just a lot of defensive backs on the field, the 0-1 trap is a great play call. As you guys can see here, we're actually able to cut it outside a little bit. So it's very unique in that you can cut it different ways. Now, another run I like out of this ace offset is the jet touch pass. This is going to be really good against over-aggressive blitzing defenses, especially man. Because you'll notice if you look at the outside right receiver, he has a runoff assignment, which basically means he's going to run the DB 5 to 10 yards downfield, and if the DB is in man, he won't even realize it's basically a run play until it's too late. So let's go ahead and run this once or twice here so you guys can see what I mean. You're just looking to get the edge, and if you really want a fast receiver, if you get outside, this can easily be a one-play touchdown. Just to run this once more, you can see that this is very consistent against blitzes. You're able to just get outside, and even if you don't get the biggest gain, you're still going to get consistent yardage. Now, this is still something you also can run against zone, especially if they're not as spread out. Like here you can see we have basically 3 backers in the middle of the field. There's not any slot corners, so this would be a good call against zone 2. You're just able to easily get the edge and get those 5 to 10 yard gains. You won't get as many home runs, but it's still effective.